Hello people of YouTube, I'm John and I'm back again with another product spotlight. This time we have an O-scale model from Atlas. Let's go to the workbench and take a look. Alright, so here's what we have today. This is an O-scale Master Series 40-foot wood refrigerator car by Atlas. This comes in both 2-rail and 3-rail varieties. The 2-rail variety goes for $92.95 and the 3-rail variety goes for $87.95. The model we're looking at today is a 2-rail version, and on Atlas's website it lists the minimum radius curve for this 2-rail version as 24 inches. And just for your information, it lists the minimum diameter curve for the 3-rail version as 31 inches. And for more information, it would be a good idea to go to Atlas's website and see what exactly they're offering. I've taken a close look at the paint of this model, and it looks just like how you would expect a woodside car to look. Paint doesn't always cover over wood grains, and they've replicated that look very well here. All the writing on the car is legible, and there's some really amazing detail with separately applied stuff, especially around the doors. These double doors actually open. You just have to be careful. It has a little latch and both sides open. Just be careful when you're opening and closing these. You'll also notice that it has separately applied grab irons on the ends. There's a separately applied stirrup down here by the door. And there's also separately applied ladders on the sides as well. Lots of nice detail going on with this model. Alright, looking at the end of the car, this is the brake end. You can see that it has a separately applied ladder, and that's a separately applied brake wheel and brake detail. There's also an air hose just on the other side of the coupler there, and that is in fact a knuckle coupler that it comes with. And I realize it's kind of hard to see, but if you look here, you can see that it also has a cut lever. So this model has everything that you'd want on it. Thought I'd show you the brake end from this angle so that you can see the air hose a little better. I figure we'll just go around the car here, and if you look carefully, you can see like little wood grain bits of white showing through the red, and it's like that down here on the blue also. It's a pretty nice effect actually. But you can see the detail on this side is the same as the detail on the other side. These are 40-ton Bettendorf-style die-cast sprung trucks with metal wheels. Let's take a look at the A end. Alright, I'm guessing it's pretty much what you'd expect. You can see the separately applied ladder on the side and the separately applied ladder on the end here. Looks great though. Detail on this car is second to none. The roof also has great detail. You can see wood grain in the roof shingles or slats. The walkway is a separately applied part, and it has 3 distinct separate sort of planks, and they have nail detail. And something else we didn't talk about yet, but is true, is that these hatches open. You have to be careful, and you don't want to be too rough with them, but they will open and close, so you can display it either way. Just be careful when you're opening and then closing them again, because the latches are pretty delicate. Alright then, looking at the underside of the car, you can see that there's plenty of detail there as well. This is in fact separately applied brake rigging down here, and these are accurate trucks. They're Bettendorf trucks, and you can see these are body mounted couplers. And because this is the 2-rail version, it doesn't have it, but the 3-rail version has articulated couplers to handle tighter curves. Something else that's also worth mentioning is that the underside of this model, this is all die-cast metal, so it has some good weight to it. I think this is an excellent model, and the more I think about it, the more I think that I would enjoy doing modeling in a larger scale like O-scale, because HO and N scales seem really small after looking at something like this. And O-scale is big enough that you can add really any kind of detail that you want to put on it. Now, in the case of this particular car, there's not a lot that you would need to add because it had the air hoses and the uncoupling levers, the opening doors, the opening hatches, all the separately applied grabs, and there's nothing else that I figure you could do with this particular car, but it just seems like it would be easier to model in a larger scale like this. So good job, Atlas, and I'm looking forward to seeing more O-scale in the future. I'll see you next time.